Good morning, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You watching this later, share with 7. Also, if you're watching this later, if you could please be patient for a couple of minutes. Let's see if we can get a few to tune in, and then we are going to get started. In the meantime, though, where you are in your personal life, know it's temporary. It gets better, it will change. But you're gonna have to make some changes, make some decisions that will change the direction that your life is going in currently. It's not gonna happen if you're just sitting back, waiting and hoping. It's just not. So far, if you have just been going along with life, not really doing anything to change the direction of where you're going in, or doing anything to make your situation better, and it's not better, that is clear indication that sitting back not doing anything about it is not going to get better. All right. So, do you dislike your job, your career, your what you do every day? If I can, I want to help you, if I can. But I got to know though. Man, the sun is out here serious. Do you? Hey, good morning, y'all. See y'all starting to come in. This live is basically what the title says. Do you dislike your job, your career, or whatever it is that you do for money? Y'all got to talk to me though. I would like to help you if I can. Because I do realize there are a great number of individuals just go to their jobs just for a check, and that could be really difficult. Why don't you like your job? Why don't you like your job? Why do you dislike, or why do you all dislike your job? And the reason why I'm speaking with confidence, that I'm sure that a few of you don't like your job because that's just how it is these days. You know what I mean? Some people just really wish they were they trying to figure out how to get into the entrepreneur. I know I say entrepreneur. Is it entrepreneurial space? Want to own their own business. Really don't want to do much. Didn't have to work, wouldn't. Like, I mean, it's just what it is right now, right? So if you don't like your job and what you do every single day, do you mind sharing why? And I'm not trying to get in your business. I want to see if I can help you, in however I can help you. UK, hello, how you doing? I was kind of hoping, because a lot of my lives are like at night, early in the morning, which I'm in anywhere between 9 to 6, 7. That I usually go live between that time, and I understand depending on what part of the world that you're in, you miss it. So I was hoping that you know with this time that I'm going live now, I'm able to reach those who I am not able to reach overnight. So UK, welcome. So, do you just like your job, your interview? Do you just like your job, your career, what you do every single day? You would much rather be doing something else. If so, do you mind sharing? If I can help you, I want to do so. It's not funny. Just your choice of words. Just your choice of words. Um, why do it? So is it where you work, or is what you do that you hate? And please, anyone else that's here, you're more than welcome. I'm not here. I'm not here looking for a specific individual. I'm here to help whoever, as many as I can, for the time that I have right now. Um, I hate boss and client. So do you just rather not work at all, or you would rather work in another industry? So I guess what I'm kind of getting to is, do you love what you do? Do you love what you do? Because if you don't like what you do, the question is, why don't you like what you do? Right? First. And if you don't like doing what you do, why are you doing it? I can get it for bills, it was convenient, but like, can you see yourself doing that for the next 5, 10 years? Happy. If not, it's time to start, it's time to consider something different, right? Obviously. So then you have to ask yourself, what can I see myself doing in the next 10 to 20 years without getting burnt out? Because the thing is, um, you can you can stay where you are for now while planning your. You can stay where you are for now while planning your out. You can stay where you are now while you plan your out. So the way you do that is, you ask yourself, again, what are some things that I love doing, I enjoy doing, I am passionate about, what I would do for free, like what are some hobbies of mine, like things of that nature, right? And then from there, start doing, narrow it down. If it's like 4 or 5 different things, narrow it down to maybe 2. And then start to invest a little bit more time doing those things. A couple of things are going to happen with you doing that. The first, which I think the most important thing, is since you have to be where you are for now, this will take your mind off of where you have to be for now. You go in there for money, but it's like you're not stuck in this prison per se, because I still get to do in my life what I enjoy doing. And that's that hobby, that thing that you really enjoy doing. So that gives you a little bit of distraction, which then buy you a little more time there, that where you frustrated and wigging out and ready to blow. It helps you bring it in, because now you're directing your attention and doing something that you really enjoy doing. Does it make sense? So while you're buying yourself this time, it's giving you a second wind, if you will. You know, like you run on a treadmill, you're working out or whatever, you're about to pass out, and then somewhere in the game, you get a second wind and you go harder, you go longer, you go stronger. One of them type of situations. And then from there, what you can do is, while you're doing that, when you go to work, because now you're learning what you really want to do full-time or a lifetime. Now you're showing up with you leaving in mind, and you leaving soon, possibly. It could be 6 months or within the next year. But now, because you know what that thing is that you want to do, you can start planning your out. So with that thing that you enjoy doing for fun or whatever it is, and you can make a career out of it somehow, some way, business or whatever it is, then it's making sacrifices now, because I know I plan on leaving within a year. I have a 401k, and there go you a large sum of money that will help you transition in doing that thing that you've learned that you're passionate about. If you don't have a 401k, you're still going to have to make sacrifices, because I'm planning on leaving in the next 6 months. You need to know what that looks like. You need to know what your exit look like. You need to know what are you going to do when you exit. Obviously, the thing that you enjoy doing, but how are you going to transition in doing that? Figure out how can you start doing that before you leave your job. Perhaps going to another job where you can do this thing all day, every day. Doing some research, find out what jobs it is or what industry that you can get in where you can do what you actually love, right? If it's calls for training, some type of schooling, well, you're at your job, so now you know if you need to train in schooling or whatever it is. Okay, what can I start doing now that's going to move me in that direction while I'm working? If you don't have the luxury of just quitting and being good. If you don't have that luxury, still have to work, still have responsibilities. And then while you taking those steps on the side and knocking those things down that you have to do, that's going to help you get closer to departing that job, then do that. And then that way you can start doing that thing. Perhaps it's perhaps that may look like an internship. Maybe that look like you going somewhere serving in that field or in that area, industry, or whatever it is. Whether it's to get your feet wet, whether it's to get some form of knowledge or experience. Maybe it's to learn if that's really what you want to do. You're still working though, but you're doing this on the side. And then that way you're learning some insight, some needed details. So while you're working over here and you're investing time in this over here, maybe a little bit of money in the area where you're looking to transition to. That way, when it's time for you to transition, you probably done already start a business doing it. You already done started making money on the side doing it. And this job is getting in the way of you going all in and just really making some of it. Or it's a job or whatever that you can now transition to. Sahil, appreciate it. Right? Does that make sense? Are y'all following me? It's a good start. So I would say to support that, normalize doing what you love. Normalize doing what you love. If you can't do it full time right now, cool. Normalize doing what you love on a side until you can figure out a way that you can do it full time. Make sense? Come on, y'all. Please don't have me talking to myself. Is that making some good sense? So, um, hold on. Let me go in the house real quick. Man, this smoothie got me full. Ah, she did put you in your cage, little fella. Your mother thought she left you out. Bear, I thought we was about to have some problems, man. So, so if, or you can just leave out, and the people who are here, who's perhaps maybe this happened, we can just fellowship by ourselves. Just saying. Nah, you good, Jordan. You good. You good. Um. So 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 just and look, I am a man of God, right? Right. I'm a follower of and a disciple of Christ. The whole idea is when you normalize doing what you love, it could be that thing that you love doing that God has created you to do. He has wired you to do this. He has given you the heart to do this. He has given you the love to do this. So if you can figure out and learn what that is, and you're trying to get closer to him and so on and so forth, then there's a connection. There could be a connection there. Because I never promote, endorse, encourage anyone to do anything apart from Christ. That goes for believers and non-believers. Non-believers like, well, I don't believe. Well, allow him into your life and watch what he will do. You will then believe. I promise. Because when it comes down to that connection, you are now aligning yourself with the purpose why he created you. So now when you go to work, it's no longer just about a check. You know that you're there on a mission. And then when it comes down to your transition, you kind of know what direction you need to go, especially if you are allowing him to lead you. If you're allowing him to lead you, then it makes every day meaningful and purposeful. Am I transitioning? I pray to God that I am. But hey, boy, y'all want to see something? Hey, boy, the pedal. But no, so no, it's cool. It doesn't bother me. Excuse me. It doesn't bother me because the Lord has revealed to me what my mission and calling is in the workplace. So it doesn't bother me. So for you all who have not, who are unaware, every time I go live, I put 3 links in the description of the live, and one of them is my professional page on YouTube. This the ministry page. I rarely talk about work life here. More like struggles. If that includes the work life, then let's get you through it. That's just my heart. It's just struggles in general. So with what we're talking about now, if you don't like your job and so on and so forth, like this is kind of the space that I'm transitioning in, if you will, but at God's time. Right? So for you who don't know, I live my life for the weekend 15, 20 years of my life. It started in middle school. Y'all know how in school you like, I can't wait till the weekend come. Why? Because I don't have to go to school. That was me. The thing is, I never snapped out of that. I never snapped out of that. I did that for the next 15, 20 years of my life. It wasn't until I had a family where I was forced to snap back into reality. You feel me? So, but it wasn't until God started to give me vision to my life. It wasn't until I began to get exposed to more than what I've ever seen, ever known, and what I was used to. And then I started to see my life different. I started to see myself different. And I started to believe that it was much more to my life than this. So with all of that transpiring, I started to write down goals for my life, personal life goals, because now I believed. Where before what I seen, that was it. So now I started to write out goals for my life, and when I started to write out goals for my life, my mindset changed. My perspective changed. I started to show up to work different. I mean, granted, what really helped me was that I've always been God conscious and always had somewhat of a relationship with my Lord Christ, right? So, though where I didn't make the decision to live for Him until years down the line. But I would still, if I felt in my spirit, if it was someone who was struggling with something, I would still always try to position myself for Him to use me, whether it's to encourage them, whatever it was, right? So I've always been trying, I've always tried to keep myself attached to Him, though I never really consciously attempted to live for Him. Speak. You don't have to apologize. Just be careful when you speak certain things to people. Like I could be literally like on my last straw because I've been made fun of my whole life, and all it took for one more person to say something bad about me, and I just go ahead and blow my brains out. That's not the case. I'm good. It doesn't bother me. I just don't entertain the things that a lot of people will come in and say. It don't bother me because you don't have to answer to me. You have to answer to someone else. So just think about that when you come in or any of you decide you want to be funny and talk down and speak against somebody because you just never know the state that they're in. Please, I just ask, not for my sake. Again, I'm good, but for somebody else's sake. The word says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. You came in speaking death. It's not my place to convict or condemn you in any way, but my point is, like, your words are powerful. Your words are powerful. You can tear someone down or you can lift them up. I just pray that you always seek to lift someone up instead of turn them down. Like, think about it, bro. Like, look at this world we living in. It's enough hate already. We can sit back and watch the world and experience hate. There's enough hate going around for all of us to where we can just sit back in the cut and watch and not even partake in it. Let's not be a part of that. It's not right. It's not worth it, nor is it cool. But no, you good with me. You good with me. You ever see me go live? If you subscribe, if not, that's cool. If you ever go live, you're more than welcome, my brother. You're more than welcome. We good. We good. But like I started to show up differently. So that's what kind of helped me, like the God conscience, you know what I mean, and having somewhat of a relationship with Him. So when I started to do these jobs that I really didn't like, that it was like dark phases of my life at these jobs where it was really hard. One of them, my second truck driving job after I got my CDL. After a week of being there, I started applying for other jobs. God kept me there for additional 2 years before He allowed me to transition. It was hard. It was hard. Imagine driving in a truck, whether it's going to San Antonio and back, Houston back, Oklahoma City and back, just in the truck, 60 hours a week, and then you look at your check, it's like $500 something. You ask other drivers to do this or do that or whatever, they like, I ain't doing it. But you ask me, I got you. Because it's just how I am. I'm not gonna let you run over me, take advantage of me though. But I have the heart to serve. So like, yeah, I got you. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, I'm in this truck almost 60 hours a week. And not to mention anything you ask of me, and I got you. And then like I'm already getting to a point where I don't even like driving no more. And I'm only 3.5, 4 years in. That was in 2014. I'm still in the trucking industry. But my point is, he kept me there. So it was times where I would look at my check, $500 and something, and tears fill my eyes. It was disheartening. I'm doing everything I can. I'm putting my heart in this because it's just how I work. Like, I'm putting my all in this, and only to see this. I'm never ungrateful, but I know what I'm adding to to the company. And this is all I get. And I remember God saying, don't worry. Where I have you, it's not going to keep you for where I'm taking you. And I had to remember that every Friday, week after week after week. I had to remember what God told me. That's what helped to keep me. So I get it. I get it. Like, the jobs is just not, you feel me? But it's just and that's just one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, um so just last year or earlier this year, like my whole goal was getting in the trucking industry because of the potential money I would make. Now you can make some mad money in the trucking industry, right? Um, but I asked God, like, I'm like, I forget what I asked him, but he said, I never said that it was going to get better. I never said it was going to get better. You assume it would get better. I've always provided. So because of the struggles that I've been through, job after job after job, mind you, I'm at jobs 2 and 3 years. Like, it's never just 2 months here, 6 months there. But it's the struggles that I've been through in the trucking industry, which then 2018, when I made the decision to live for him, a year and 4 months later, walking with him revealing to me what my calling and my purpose and a couple of my gifts were. Shortly thereafter, he revealed to me what my mission was in the workplace. So I had to go through all of those struggles just to be on here before you to today be having a conversation with you about a job and how to transition out and normalize doing what you love, and that love, whatever it is, being connected to what God created you to do and encouraging you to live for him. Make your everyday life about purpose and his purpose that you get it. So my mission in the workplace is to create a healthy, growing, and productive work environment by bringing peace and harmony between management and employees. So I'm in my element right now, if you will. He has wired me this way. The struggles that I've been through. That's why I also encourage not to despise where you are at your job, but to draw near to God and find out why you're there, because it's a reason why you're there. He's a God of decency and order as well as purpose. Everything has a reason and a meaning for it. We're where we are in life, where we are at our jobs, where we are for a reason, especially for us who are in Christ. We there for a work, whether it's to gain experience, skills, there to serve in someone else's garden, um, to learn, mature. Like, we're there for something, and whatever that something is, it has something to do where he's taking us. So don't despise where you are. You have to change your perspective as to the perspective you have where you are, because you can leave this job and go to another job because due to the pay or due to I'm just tired of this job. You end up getting burnt out again. You end up in the same spot all over again, just at a different place. Why waste time? Let's start having conversations as to why did you create me, what you create me for, and what you create me to do. Those are the questions we should be asking. Help me see my life how you see my life. Help me see purpose how you see purpose. In fact, reveal to me what my purpose is. But when you do this, be willing to live for him and walk it out in his name, because he created each and every one of you all for something greater than what you've ever done, what you've ever imagined, what you've ever seen, what you've ever been through, what you ever experienced. Just what you've been through in life in general, as well as your job, it's just it's a part of the process. You have to embrace it. Don't waste the struggle, because he's certainly not. Joshua, how you doing, my brother? What's the purpose of your presence? You got to go to the man about that one. You feel me? Um. Oh, David, how you doing? How you been, brother? I ain't seen you in a while. Everything's good. So, Josh, how's the? Are you still there? How's that going for you? So so just know that. Um, so where you are, don't despise where you are. You there for a reason. Why not go to the one who created you and find out why that place and what is it you supposed to be doing there, and what you supposed to be doing there, and what is his reason for you there. Hey, can you imagine um, doing all the heavy lifting at McLean's only to go back to where I am now, um, and lift the dolly up that I've been lifting the same way for years, only to hurt myself and be on light duty now? Can you imagine that, Josh? Yep, Randy, you are absolutely correct. So now I got to ask you, why do you all hate your job? Why do y'all hate your job? You got a potty boy? Hmm? No, no, no. I tell you what. Why did you apply for that job? For you who hate your jobs, why did you apply for that job? Yep, I agree with that. The color green said most people hate their job because it's not their true talent. I agree with that. Oh, come on, I'm sure. Here, come here. Here, come here. So, but the thing is, we know that it wasn't our true talent when we applied for the job. So why did we apply for the job? And another question to go with that to answer. If 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 you didn't know if you knew that wasn't your true talent, why apply for the job? And how many other jobs did you apply with that job? Can you give me an answer to both? Now, I wouldn't ask random questions like this. I'm asking for a reason. Because my goal is to always give a different perspective than perhaps what you already have for yourself. But to kind of like bring some things to, not necessarily to reality, but just bring things into perspective. Oh yeah, don't they? Don't they? Are we talking about the same? Josh, are we talking about the same place, or are you talking about elsewhere? Because they was good on selling the dream. They was good on selling the dream. For a manager to be like, oh yeah, we put that in there like that for a reason. And actually you're kind of making that, but only if you on certain routes. Like what? Come on. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's the conversation we've had before. Like why play with somebody's livelihood like that? Just to get them there. It's it's crazy. Work at McDonald's and go from making burgers to owning your own store. I mean, even if that's the case, is the motivation money? I mean, because money can be the motivation, but you still lack fulfillment because maybe that's not God's will for your life. I'm not opposed to it, like do your thing, but if that's not God's will for your life, then for one, who's to say it's going to be successful? And then two, if it is, who's to say you'll have um, you'll have fulfillment, and at the end of it all, when when at the when we go before the judgment seat of Christ, and He play back that tape and ask us what did we do in His name, then what we gonna say? Because that's ultimately what we're here for. Not just to work a job, not just to get paid good money. Like he didn't hey, he didn't have that in mind just so we can be good. No, he had something else in mind, a greater purpose. Just know in our conversation, I'm always gonna lead you to Christ in one way or another. That's what I'm here for. But it's not one of them type of deals where playing mind games or whatever. It's it's basically trying to encourage any and everyone I have the opportunity to speak to get serious about why they were get serious about living the life they were created to live. That is only that is only in Christ. Scotty Bean, how you doing? I was at business for 20 years. I believe you, Josh. I believe you. I haven't got to that point yet. Mm, the goal is to work for yourself. Please don't rob me. Um, I think you have to have a relationship with Christ for Him to communicate with us. You can draw near to Him and start seeking Him for a relationship with him, and he revealed himself to us. But we have to give him an opportunity to come into our lives to communicate to us. And believe it or not, the Lord had been speaking to a lot of us even before we made the decision to live for him. We just chose to live a life of sin or live a life that does not include him. So we've been ignoring him. You think about the disciples when he first called his disciples in Matthew. They was on their boats, preparing their lines and nets. Jesus came and called them. And what did they do? They dropped what they was doing and came to him. Nothing different here. He has called in each and every one of us. A lot of us just, or a lot of, well, I'm going to say us because I was like that at one point. 2012, I remember on my way to, I was on my way to work, and I remember telling, just out the blue, like I wanna live for you, but, and when I said but, I started to think about the womanizing I was doing, going from house to house, drinking, and just doing a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And as I had those thoughts, it all happened like in a split second. He said, yes, all the things that's keeping you from me are all the things you should be doing anyway. So it's us. We not ready. We don't want to commit because we don't know what to expect. Whether it's due to false doctrine, whether it's due to false doctrine, whether it's due to us not wanting to submit to anything or anyone because we're so prideful and arrogant in our own ways. Um, Whether it's we're not willing to give up everything if that's what it's called for. Come on, come on. There are a number of reasons why we don't answer the call. You feel me? So we're always called and pulled in this direction before we actually say, okay, I'm ready. But the thing is, know that every opportunity we get, that's the time to be ready. That's the perfect time. Not when we've cleaned ourselves up. He said, no, I didn't come for the righteous. I come for the sinners. And last time I checked, we're all sinners. So I just say take full advantage of it. And though I love my life of sin that I was living in, I embraced it. Um, I encouraged it. I promoted it. My life has slowed down 1,000%. It's about me and my family. I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't have it no other way. So when I was telling him I want to live for you, I thought it was going to be this lame, mundane Christian life. No, no, it's not. So I don't know what you expect or what you think for the reason of you not saying, okay, Lord, I'm ready. It's not what you think. I promise you. I promise you. I love my job. I am a chef. I thank God for putting in. Praise God for that. That's what's up. I just want to make it home to my family, I swear. You sound like you're incarcerated or somewhere, my brother. Or you're hearing God's voice or Satan. Know that Satan's voice has nothing good in it. Nothing. Nothing of love in it. Nothing. So I'm pretty sure. I give leftover food to folks who have no food. I pray God uses me every day to help someone on any type of aspect. That's what's up. That's what's up. Living for Christ is a sacrifice. Yes, it is. It's well worth sacrifice. I mean, think about a sacrifice. Think about the sacrifice he made for us. Hold on, this is my wife calling. Y'all gonna see me, but y'all not gonna be able to hear me. So hold on, give me a second though. Don't leave. Oops. Bear. Hey, sit. 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 Hold on for a second. Oh, hold on.